Okay, honestly, nothing as such inspired me. It is something which I guess started back in 2007 and 8 when I was studying at Karachi School of Art. So one of my teachers, Ramir Taj, told me like I have a knack for typography and you should explore this. So I guess this is something which where I learned I'm good with typography and I can play around with that. And I'll be very honest, at that time I didn't have any idea like typography na bhi koi cheez bhi hoti hai. So I guess this is something where I kind of figured out this is something I was made for. Okay, so basically after exploring typography, and typography is something for me is the loudest form of expression. I express myself through typography. So this is something which I have been doing since 2012 or 13, I guess I have mentioned earlier. So initially जब मैं कर रहा होता था, I used to express my own thing. For example, my first typography was something about my breakup. So उसके बाद मैंने करना शुरू किया, and after I guess 2016 or 2017 people convinced me to make my own page. So TypeO came into being at that time. It has evolved a lot. I guess it has gone through metamorphosis. Because at the very beginning I used to make typographies which were very complex, and people used to spend a lot of time to kind of decipher it, but then I've gradually like usko thoda easy kiya so people get it instantly. And now there are few typographies of mine which are kind of difficult to understand, but I kind of like it because I want people to spend some time. But gradually usko maine thoda style ko change kiya hai. Now I'm trying to do some process as well, how I come up with the typography, any specific typography or logo of mine. So yeah, this is a process which I guess will keep on going. I think if you take just typography alone ना तो आप नहीं कर पाओगे उसको. You need to have a good understanding of the design. Apart from this, for example, how your layouts are looking, how your design are looking, typography can play a major role in this thing. So if you are good with typography, you can definitely go to places. And if it's money making or not, this is a very subjective question. Just like, for example, creativity is very subjective. For some people 1000 rupees is enough, and for few 1 billion is not enough. So for me, whatever I'm earning today is because of this only. So merely this is more than enough, I guess. This is very difficult to do because once you are doing something for a decade, you tend to reach the saturation level. So उसके बाद आपको होता है कि inspiration कहाँ से मिलेगी होगा. So I just try, and as I mentioned earlier, I just express myself. Whatever I'm feeling, patriotic feel कर रहा हूँ, sad feel कर रहा हूँ, lonely feel कर रहा हूँ, I just express myself in the best possible way, and luckily enough people like it. So there are actually two. We all know how miserable 2020 was for each and every one of us. So I designed one typography which I called Middle Finger Typography 2020. So it went globally viral. So from Paulo Cohelo to GQ Germany and many other people around the world shared this, and not just shared it. I earned around roughly, I guess, $16,000 out of it by just sharing the rights. For example, if someone wants to print a t-shirt or a hoodie, for example, they want to print maybe 10 hoodies for their friends, so they used to send me, for example, $500, $1,000 depending the scope of work, just to give them the rights. So it was an amazing experience for me. And apart from that, there are two of my typographies which were displayed at the Times Square. So I guess these are two very memorable collaboration, you would say, or experiences for me, which I guess has motivated me to do as much as I can, and which is I am trying to do right now. Typography is like here to stay. For example, it was there, it is there, it will remain there for coming decades and maybe centuries. So if you see Milton Glaser designed I Love NY campaign back in, I guess, 1970s, and it is still relevant. People still take inspiration from that, and there are so many people around the world who use a similar kind of logos. So I guess typography will remain there.